Hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What is going on, Entertainment? So Tim come to y'all with another video, and y'all, y'all wasn't lying. Like, that show turned quick. I was kind of gag watching because I'm like, y'all kept insinuating that the show go to ish, and I'm like, it can't be that bad. I guess one of them going to end up fighting. Like, it's her sneaky, it's her bad, it's her dark, it's her accusatory, everything in one. So anyway, let's pick up where we left off. So it's the next day, and Chalk and Rocky sort of make peace. They say, we make you Philly look bad. Okay, Meat Boy gonna be real disappointed. All right. So they end up getting together and sort of making peace and sort of calling a truce because they want to make their city proud, right? Which is really good. But I wish we kind of see what kind of led up to that, because how could y'all go from literally trying to rip each other's necks off to now, y'all just cool and sisters, all right? Maybe it's a Philly thing, because it's like y'all give each other a hard-ass time, but then that's just y'all showing love. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's a Philly thing, okay? So the next challenge is the branding challenge. So they head to NYC where it's snowing, and Deb is taking them in so that way they can be split into two teams and do this challenge to where they have there was this designer there, this other designer there, and they're basically there to sort of brand themselves as rappers using clothes, fashion, etc. Now, I love this challenge because that's my stile. I'm the marketing king. You feel me? So it's like, I love those type of stuff. So I got kind of excited watching it. So they split the teams into two, and on the way there, we found out that Dank is a sewer, so she kind of sews. She has a sewing machine, and she makes clothes basically that may not particularly fit her. So when they split into teams and they picked the teams themselves, so it was on one team, it was Dank, it was, I believe, Izzy, and a couple other girls, and then the other team, they had to make like something that alludes to a shoe design, while the other ones had to kind of appeal to like a coat. Okay, so during the challenge, we had one of the winners of the Hype join Dank's team. If y'all don't know, the Hype is basically, it was like a designing competition show. So he won, I believe it was season 2. So he came on there and joined Dank's team, was sort of helping him out. Now he kind of killed the vibe a little bit because he wasn't discouraging, but like he was basically checking them as to what they were really thinking, and the girls was just sort of ready for that, right? So then it was Malachi. Malachi designed a bucket hat with fire. Girl said, that's all y'all getting from me, okay? That's all that she did for the challenge. And who Camille's team, they did really the best, because they not only had the slogan, they had the design for it. They had the whole thing envisioned out, and it made the designers actually really, really happy. So who Camille's team ended up winning. And Dank's team's pitch, it was like completely off. They didn't even know the concept, what they were going for. And when they were doing the pitch, Rocky was like, they asked them, they said, okay, so I want to do fur. Did y'all think about PETA? Did y'all think about what PETA might do if this going to be PETA friendly, or like fake fur, real fur? Would y'all plan to do that? So Rocky said, oh, it's okay. If you don't want it, you ain't got to get it. You could just take it off. So Deb was like, so that was the wrong thing you could say. If you don't want it, then don't get it. What kind of purchase is that? And I'm like, that is sort of true, though. Like, you're basically telling them not to buy it. And Rocky said it with all the confidence in her mind. So that had me kind of keyed a little bit, because she really thought she ate with that one, and she really didn't. Okay? So, of course, who Camille's team ended up winning. Okay? But the girl who won the mic was Dank, because she sort of pushed herself with this challenge or whatever, and Deb sees that she's pushing herself, so she sort of raps after she wins the mic or whatever, right? Now it's time for a girl to go home after the challenge, and she picks Molly. I do agree. Molly didn't seem that she was needing to be there. Like it kind of seemed out of convenience for her. Like this is convenient. I was in the right place at the right time. It is what it. She wasn't hungry, so I kind of get why Deb sent her home. I just don't like the reasoning that Deb said it. She was like, "You too much of a star. Like you think that like you're the ish," which I'm like, you kind of have to have that attitude in that music industry because if you don't, them girl, the industry gonna sun you before any other rap girl can. So if you don't have that mentality, you're screwed. Like look at Chloe. They, in my opinion, when she started dropping her new project solo, the industry in total and just the fandom, they treated this girl as if she was like a walking demon. Every 2 seconds, it was disses and disses, and you could tell she didn't try to let it get to her, and she kept going. Although she's not in the rap industry, but it's still in the industry in general. She kept going, and now with this Usher tribute, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, she's so amazing," and we're like, "Yeah, we've been saying that the whole time." Was she putting out the best music on her own solo? No, but the amount of hate that she was getting was not warranted to the amount of work that she was putting in. So it was kind of like instances like that. If you don't have that mentality that you're the ish, it will break you. So she has the right mentality with thinking she's the ish. It's the fact that she's not humble or wanting it enough for me. I feel like she thinks she's done enough, which isn't. Molly seemed really kind of pissed that she went home for what she did, to be honest. Even when the producers was asking her, like, why you got sent home? Why do you think you're leaving? She's just like, well, Dad said, like, I think I'm too much of a superstar. Like, and they just kept replaying the clips of her with Sexy Red and all these artists. We're like, okay, girl, like not her, but like the producers, like we get it. Like you ain't gotta show us this video about like 5 times. Like we get who she worked with. Okay, I feel like she'll be fine, but I feel like she's gonna be the next big thing. No, because she's missing what who Camille has, which is star quality. She does not have that star quality. Like when who Camille enters a room, I notice her immediately. Every scene I'm looking at her because her energy is like on 50,000. Molly's so laid back and so like closed off. I feel like we didn't really get to know her, which isn't good. Because as an artist, we should feel like we know you. And I don't feel like I know her. Okay. So she ends up putting her mic away. I'm just shocked at these girls that they say they don't want their poster board. Because bitch, I would want my poster board. I want my poster board. I want that's my birthday gift. My entertainers, y'all know I don't ask for nothing. If y'all want me to get me something, take a picture of my Instagram. Ask me which one too. If y'all want any of y'all painters or anything, for my birthday, that's all I want is like a big mural of me. Like that's all. I don't do nothing for myself. Please, that's all that I ask. Anyways, so the next challenge, you guys, is a marketing challenge. So they want the girls to all get up. Fashion team's gonna come in there to get their hair, makeup done. It's an all black marketing party, okay? Of the who's in the industry. So as they're getting done up or whatever, Dank starts to break down because her legs and feet like were sort of aching her, and her ankles and stuff were starting to hurt. So she started to break down or whatever. Mind you, when Dank is done up, she looks really, really wrong. Well, all the girls are done up. To me, who looked the best done up is Chalk. She looked like a chocolate Barbie doll. Chalk to me looks the best when she's done up out of all of the girls. Not to make it a competition, but that's who I like noticed the most after they're all beautified up is Chalk. Okay, so the thing is with Dank though, there has to be something done so she could lose some of that weight because I just feel like it's weighing down her ability to be her best because you could just tell she's not happy because that weight is on her. Because without that weight, she'll be a beast. Okay, so the who's come in. And Deb was like, okay, I got this person, I got that person. Okay. And they want the girls to sort of mingle with the girls. I don't know what got in these girls' head. They start questioning the people in the industry. They're like, oh, Rocky says, how long you been doing this? How long you been doing what you doing? So Deb is just looking at him crazy, like, what the hell y'all asking that for? And Honeybee apparently asks, who inspired you? Deb didn't like that one. I will say this though with Honeybee. I didn't think that question was that bad as how long you been doing what you doing. To me, that's a little bit more like a size versus what inspired you. That's more like, getting to know somebody. But how long you be doing what you doing, that's sort of like a job interview. Like you checking them. So I feel like Deb should have had more energy towards Rocky for that question than a Honeybee. Okay. Now during the mingling and the networking party, they start to ask some of the who's in the industry questions. They start to ask them how long they've been in the industry for, start telling them about themselves. So then the girls all get in a circle and they start rapping. Okay, they start rapping, and everybody does a freestyle except for Electra. Okay, Electra, aka Britney Spears. It's Britney, bitch. Electra is giving me very much Britney Spears TikTok rapper. Okay, so she felt the way because all the girls that they freestyle, they really did their big one, and she fell out of the loop. So guess what Electra does? She gets up there, she gets her kids bop, kit, her we just dance kit, and she comes down with a t-shirt, merch, her mic that Miss Deb Atney gives to her. It starts to rap it. I screamed. When I tell you I screamed, this show feels like a movie to me because it's just so good. I was like, oh my God. Like, she starts rapping, mind you, not rapping, like performing. And then she was performing like lip syncing because y'all gotta know the mic that they give them, it's not a real mic, of course. Like, everybody would know that. Like, that would be a waste of money. It's like a fake mic. So the music that was playing in the background was way louder than her. So she was low-key lip syncing because of that, because the mic she was using was not a real mic. It was the Deb's mic. So she's like, yeah, it's Britney, bitch. It's Britney, bitch. Ah. Okay, she gives us one of those. Deb is just looking at her crazy, just side-eyeing the hell out of her. Chalk said, I know you feel stupid, bitch. Deb is over here giving me muggy you. I know you feel the heat coming from her eyes. It was just so funny. Like, the whole thing just had me crying and laughing. It was comedy. Okay? So after the performance, even during the performance, Deb says, stop that. We're going to have to stop that right here. And then she makes all the girls go upstairs. So then when they go upstairs, the girls start mingling or whatever. And they're like, hey, why did you do that? Like, what made you think that was a feeling? Okay, like, what made you go up there and do that? And mind you, before the performance, who Camille, she a sneaky one, because you saw what she was about to do. The moment that I seen that Electra was gonna go down there in that shirt of a merch, we're gonna call it a shirt of a merch. When she was gonna go down there with that shirt of merch, I knew it was gonna be an issue because I'm like, this not gonna be good. The reason why is because you're like half nude. Put me in the mood, okay? Shout out to Left Eye. Mind you, yeah. Speaking of rap, there's never gonna be a rap girl like Left Eye. We haven't seen a Left Eye come out yet. We've seen the hardcore girl rappers, the Lola Brooks, the animated rappers Nicki Minaj, and the Doja Cat, but we haven't seen another iteration of Left Eye yet. And no, I know what y'all about to say, Mrs. Carla, right? No, Left Eye was a little bit more knowledgeable. She was a lot more creative in regards to her wording. Okay, so check out this song. It was unreleased by Left Eye. I discovered it on Left Eye on SoundCloud recently, and it's called "It's Alright" by TLC. I know it came out years ago, but it was never released as an official TLC song, so a lot of people don't know about it. So make sure y'all check that out because she ate her verse. Okay, she said, "Put me in the nude, get me in the lewd." Okay. Anyways, so There's like basically grilling her, like, why would she do what she did? She's like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go home because guess what? Dad don't like what I just did. I think Dad is mad at me because I overstepped my boundaries and I ain't freestyle. And before that, Dad took aside Honeybee because Honeybee basically asked that question about, what inspired you. I feel like Dad was doing a little bit much with that. Like, I don't really see that big of a deal with that question, but I guess it's the way she said it. Cause y'all know Honeybee talk like a poet. She'd be like, so guys, you mean to tell me that's what you did? That's what you mean? So what inspired you in what you did in this career standing in front of me? So the way that she talks, I could kind of see how Deb probably felt a little bit of ways. You get what I'm saying, okay? So Deb calls them back out and basically tells them, oh, and the reason why I say who Camille, y'all, she was sneaking one, because she saw her in that the shirt of merch and she didn't say nothing to her. Like, bitch, this is what you really want to do? You know what I'm saying? Deb calls them out. She's like, okay, nobody's going to go home. I'm going to keep all of y'all, okay? But we got a challenge tomorrow morning. Now. So that kind of ends it there. So next day, all shit breaks loose. I did not know this show was going to turn like this. I said, oh my God. Like, oh, I felt like I was watching Precious. I feel like I was watching a little bit of that ass TV with a sprinkle of Love and Hip Hop. It was like a mix. We find out that Electra been living up in Deb Atney house, and that she spilled the tea. And apparently, Deb knows Honey as well, and at one point was living with her too. And I'm like, wait a minute. So this doesn't look good because it does look like Deb kind of picked favorites as to who goes in the house. Now that girl with that evil Disney coat at the auditions could have been took one of their spots. I told you guys I do not think Electra, was ready enough for this. And the reason why I say is because I've said in my other recaps, she gives me very much TikTok because she thinks she's great on TikTok. She'll be great in person. And that's not the case because you could have easily hopped in that freestyle. That was nothing. Just because people say freestyle don't mean it really coming to the top of your dome. It could be your verse that you add some other words to and mix up. Hello. It's just like, it's not rocket science. Y'all done see me rap on here. I ain't even a rapper. Okay? Y'all remember that Playboys recap? I was on Twitch and I wrote a verse off the bat like that. And I don't even rap. I don't even do music. None of that. So it's like there should be no excuse for you. And you do music on a serious tip. I ain't no musician. Like the fuck. I don't get it. I don't get it. So Electra, you guys, is like, I guess, told the girl she lived with Deb, and Deb treated her bad, and she feels like she wasn't treated right living with Deb. And Honeybee said that she knows that she might win. Apparently, she told the girls that or whatever, and then disappeared for 3 hours. She done went into the honeycomb. We didn't see her again. The bee flew away. Okay. So the other girls are pissed. And you know what tripped me out about this whole thing? It was like the dark skinned girls versus the light skinned girl. I was like, oh shit. Oh my God, it just looks so bad at every corner. Like it looks like Deb was playing favorites. Deb was holding this girl, possibly not treating her correctly. Deb had favoritism toward the lighter girls. It just did not look right. Like the whole situation looked fucked up. Okay. I know Billboard somewhere cocking her vagina mad because she probably felt like she could have stayed over some of these girls. Since about 4 of them went home this episode. Okay. So the girls are in another room pissed. We talking Chalk, Rocky, Dank, Izzy. So they just like, what the fuck? Like she should have won. They both need to go. If I'm gonna stay in this house and do this show, they gotta go. They gotta go. I'm not staying in this house. I don't care. They have to go. Which I feel them because I feel like Deb should have said this up front. She should have been like, you live with me at one point in time. If she said this all up front, this wouldn't have got up like this. So Deb is dead ass wrong. And the reason why is you should have been honest from the jump. So there would have been no misconstrued words. I would have been like, I know you lived with me. Now I don't think you're 100% ready, but we gonna see. And honey, I think you had that potential. I worked with you before, etc. And this gonna be the time to prove yourself. Then it wouldn't be like, okay. And it could have been a little bit more drama because the girls would have felt like some of them getting favored anyways. Cause really, to be honest, Deb would have probably sent home Electra next. I could tell. Cause I think she embarrassed it out of her when she was rapping in front of them people in that t-shirt. So Deb was gonna send her home anyways. I do not feel like Deb was ever gonna pick Electra as a winner. I think she would have looked foolish doing that. So Deb is smarter than that. She wouldn't have picked her. I think she just made her do the show so she could get some light and some more followers. And she did. She made Honey do the show because she probably liked Honey's message of self love. Okay. Anytime Honey talk, I'll be wanting to, because you already know the girl is nothing but a poet. Okay. One thing about Honey, you go. All right, snap, snap, snaps. So Deb gets there, and Deb is not in the mood. Of course, she's in a fur coat. It wouldn't be Deb without a fur coat. She pulls up to the house. She's like, I'm not even in a good mood. These bitches, apparently. I had this bitch, Electra and Honeybee, both said they live with me. Not true. And that I told them that they were going to win and make it far. So apparently Electra lived with her, but she's saying Honey never did. Okay. So they get there, and the girls on the opposite side, Electra and Honeybee, sit next to each other, and they start going at it. So they're like, they need to get these bitches out the house. This not fair, this not fair, this not fair. They need to leave now. Okay. What shocked me the most was Danka. The amount of anger that came out of her, you could tell that girl got some deep hurt up inside her. She started crying mad. She was 2 seconds away from popping the out of Honey. She like, I hate you, bitch. I hate you. I'm like, girl, I feel you. It's some people like that. I would have said that to their face. Oh my God. So it's I feel it. 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 That was raw TV. Ain't nothing was set up about that. You feel me? So Honey was like, what they're saying is not true. I never said that, Miss Deb. I never said that. Okay? They're lying. They're mad because I'm here and I have talent, and they're angry. Okay, Miss Deb? So don't you ever listen to them. That's their own insecurities. Okay? I never said I was gonna win. Those words never came out my mouth. So Rocky and them were like, no, yes, it did. Yes, it did. You said that you was gonna make it far. You possibly might win. Da, 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 da. So what was the gag was Electra said that Deb was treating her bad. So Deb was like, I treated you bad, Electra. Huh? So Electra was like, sometimes I feel like I was being yelled at, and like, I was sort of done wrong at times. And I'm like, here's the thing with Electra. Why would you tell these girls that? Like, you stupid. Oh my God. It's a competition. So you telling them that is gonna do what? Dumbass. Just dumb. Just dumb. It just didn't make any sense to me at all. You could have took that to the end of the competition and nobody would have knew. But no, you think it's such a sisterhood that you're telling. Don't get me wrong, it's good that they're having a sisterhood, as they say, but it's still a competition. So, girl, stop. Okay? No. It's just no, 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 no. It's still a competition at the end of the day. So Deb is like, I gave this girl a house. She had a roof over her head. I took care of her. And she was young. Okay? They start going back and forth, and next thing you know, Honey starts going back and forth with Chalk. Because Chalk was, I should slap you because you think you better than us, bitch. You think you better. Look at you. You think you better. Apparently, what's her name? Honeybee is Mexican. She was supposed to be pushing that she's a Mexican rapper. I guess she was hiding that side of herself, even though we all know you mixed with some girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So I guess Deb was kind of disappointed her that she wasn't pushing that out there too. That's something that episode highlights. So as Chalk and Honeybee start getting into it, Chalk gave her a 2-finger discount. Okay, fuck a 5-finger discount. She gave her 2 fingers. She and popped her. And next thing you know, Honey starts to turn into a Rottweiler. Okay, security had to hold her back. At one point, I thought Honey was gonna hit Deb the way she was getting Deb face. She was just like, "What you mean? These bitches disrespected you. She called you fake. So you gonna listen to them before you listen to me? Cause guess what? Deb said, Electra and Honeybee, both of y'all gotta go. Child, Electra ain't want no smoke. Sister girl got up out that scene quick, girl. She said, "Y'all not about to hit my little fragile ass." I said, "I know that's right." She got the fuck ASAP out of this shit. Sister girl shook, and I ain't even mad at it, okay? Because Electra's not no damn fighter. They would tear her to shreds, okay? At least Honey gonna put up a fight. Now she gonna lose though, but she gonna put up a fight. Electra grew up with her. She ain't got no time for that. And episode sort of is there. I feel like who's to blame is dead. And the reason why I say this is you weren't honest to the girls from the jump. Had you been honest to the girls from the jump, this could have never happened because they would have knew that you knew them, but you're gonna be harder on them girls because you knew them. Um, and yeah, and it's not. And from what I seen, maybe Honey may have won, but I could tell Electra wasn't gonna win. Like she was never gonna pick Electra. So yeah, which is not fair to the other girls. Okay, let me know what y'all think down below. Y'all was not lying to me when y'all said I was gonna get this sushi, girl. Ah! Leave your comments down below, and we're out, babies.
No personal thing.